Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Yeah, my name is Harry before Oluwadamilare David, and I'm the host for this evening tech expert as the expert. Now, while the meeting is in progress, I would like to go with the agenda because I know that a lot of us are here because we have one or two questions to ask the expert. So while we prepare our questions, I will quickly like us to go through the profile of each of experts around with us. Now, I remain my humble self, Harry before Oluwadamilare David. I'm one of the tech experts that we are attending to the questions. Now, for a brief profile description of each of the experts with us, I will start from our able UI and graphic designer expert. His name is the person of Akintemi Emmanuel, and he possesses 10 years experience, not just experience, he's an expert in the field of graphic and UI design. His journey into the graphics began in 2016 when the financial pressure of his academic pursuits pushed him to explore a side hustle. Having a natural flair for drawing design and color combination since his childhood days, Emmanuel saw an opportunity to channel his artistic channel into a profitable and valuable adding venture, although he initially learned correct drawing in 2005. It wasn't until 2016 that he ignited his passion for design. Determined to sharpen his skills, he turned into YouTube tutorial workshop and design training section in church fellowships. After 2 years of dedicated learning and practice, he launched his first brand, Emmy Graphic, in 2018. Now, his brand has provided a lot of services, and since he has been practicing for over 8 years now, 8 years plus, he has been in the graphic. That's why he will be available here to attend to every of our graphics and UI design question that are so massive this evening. And I believe we all learn one or two things. Now, I want to implore you, if you are here as one of the attendees, you are eligible. I want to congratulate you that you are eligible to be one of those that will be enjoying out of the 100 gig that is provided by our sponsor. So I congratulate you all. Now I will be posting your names on the YouTube channel. We are currently live. I'll be publishing your names on the YouTube channel so that you can send your details. Now, when I post your name I'll be posting your name on the YouTube channel, the live streaming YouTube channel. So you can send your details to the number that will be available alongside. So just get prepared. Your names will be collected on the, and your phone number will be collected. So we'll be sending you the data out of the 100 gig. Congratulations to you once again. Now I'll go to Emmanuel is currently on this call and will be attending to every of our questions as related to graphics and UI design. I go to the next person, another powerful expert among us. His name is Chidera Indieze. So Chidera Indieze is a front-end developer at Banao Technology, also a full-stack developer at Jamo Technology. Chidera is a result-oriented, result-driven developer. He specializes in building scalable and efficiency web development with experts in React.js, Next.js, Node.js, MongoDB. He focuses on delivering user-centric solutions that balance functionality and performance. He is a B.Tech graduate in geology. That's powerful. Chidera is one of the experts that will be attending to every of our front-end and back-end questions. So Chidera is also with us live. Now, another of our experts among us is Peace Ololade. She is a master's degree holder in economics, a certified product manager, business intelligence, data analyst, and a cybersecurity analyst, which enhance the foundation of the startup company called Jamo Technology Limited, a registered liability company dedicated to bridging the gap between skilled tech graduates and labor market opportunity. With over 3 years of experience in the technology sector, she has established herself as a proficiency tech expert. So Peace Ololade will be attending to every question. If you are here, if you are aspiring to build a startup company, or you are here, you have any questions as related to a product management or a business intelligence, this will be delivering answers to your doorstep. Now, quickly, if you have any question, I would love to see your hands up. You can use the icon. So if you have any question, let's see. You can use the React tool, or you can use the raise hand tool, so that if you have any question before we deal with the questions available for every of our experts. If you have any questions, you can raise up your hand so we can start attending to your question quickly before we ask our expert question, because I know most of us here want to ask our expert questions, because there's a lot of questions we have collected for our experts. You can either use the WhatsApp, you can use the channel, you can use the messaging channel, or you can raise up your hand if you have any question for any of our experts, while I go through the other expert profile that are within us here. Now, I repeat, if you have any question, you can raise up your hand. As regards to any challenges you are facing, as regards to mobile phone, computers, if you have any product management question, product design question, or you have any artificial intelligence question, because we have our artificial intelligence experts among us also. Now, let me read the profile of Onile Aro Victor. He's a graduate of public administration, OAU 2014. Being in tech since his undergraduate days, he was CCNA certified in 2003, acquired a training in system hardware and software in 2017 at Inteku OAU hardware department. He moved to mobile phone repair training in 2018, established TT Spare in 2019, that they deal in repair of smartphones, sales of phones spare parts, sales and swapping of phones. He has been in phone hardware consultant at Classic Systems since 2020. So the beauty about it is all of our tech experts here have not just not just experience, proven experience in this tech field. That's why they are already here to attend to our question. Now, quickly, I'll be asking some of the questions we have collected while we wait for you all to ask your question, because I believe we have a lot of questions we want to ask. So I will be asking our tech experts so that they can give us an insight on some of those questions. Okay, now I have a question for Ololade piece. Part of the questions we collected while we are doing our survey. I'll be unmuting all the tech experts' mic so that we can all hear them. So I'll be unmuting all our tech experts so we can all hear them loud and clear. Now, another piece. Can you hear us? Are you with us?
I'm here with you, Mr. David.
Yeah, good evening, our powerful product manager.
Good evening, Mr. David.
Yes, there's a question for you here. Now, the question goes thus: how do you prioritize features and create a product roadmap that aligns with business goals? Our participants here would like to know, how do you do that? Because some of them have been facing challenges on how to prioritize it. So we'd like to hear you.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. To prioritize features effectively, you need to use a combination of different frameworks. Okay. So most of the frameworks I use are this Moscow framework, RISE, scoring model, and t-shirt estimation. Why Moscow have to do with must have, should have, could have, and won't have features? I'm sure the person that asked the question should be a product manager, should be able to understand these frameworks. So those are the frameworks I use, and I ensure that each feature that I want to bring on board is aligned with the business goals. And for me to make sure that it's aligned with business goals, I work with the important stakeholders. So I ask them, I ask how it contributes to the objectives, how each feature contributes to objectives, how does it increase revenue, how does it to be able to communicate with our users.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that insight. Now I want to ask, you are a startup CEO of, in fact, you are the CEO of German Technology. Can you share with us some of the challenges you might have faced in trying to build your company? Because based on the profile we have with us, the German Technology has been in existence for more than 2 years now, and the analysis we have is it is a fast-growing tech company. So can you share with us some of the challenges for some of us that might also be interested in creating a startup? Some of the challenges you encounter or you are currently encountering while building this startup. Thank you.
Okay. There are lots of challenges, but I'll just mention a few. The most common one is always the financial aspects of it. The financial, the financial aspect of it. So, the financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial aspect of it. So, the financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the financial. The financial aspect of it is always the fina
Sorry,
Sorry,
we can't hear you.
we can't.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't know I've been muted. Okay, I think, should I start all over to answer the question, or did you hear part of the answers?
Please, can you start all over?
All right. So, there are lots of challenges faced as a founder, and it's quite not easy, especially when you are starting a product from the scratch. One of the challenges I actually faced was finding the right team to work with. That is one of the things, because we need, with the right team, you'll be able to solve the right with the right team, you'll be able to solve your solutions. So that's one of the challenges, and financial challenges, which at the long run we also try to solve. Then challenges of having data. When I mean data, in the sense of, as a founder, you need past data to be able to know how to solve your problems, especially when you want to get surveys from users. We Nigerians, we know how we are at times, so it's not always easy to get answers for some of our surveys. But all we had to do was just use assumptions. Like we all know, most MVPs now built based on product managers' assumptions, and getting feedback from your MVP to keep iterating on those products. So those are some of the challenges I faced, and with the right team and with the right business goals, I've been able to actually overcome those challenges. Some of them, though. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for that wonderful insight, another piece. Let's move over to the full stack developer within us. Chidera, are you with us?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Chidera. From your profile, we read you are a full stack developer. Now, there are some questions for you that was collected during the registration, during the process, why some of our participants sent to us. So we'd like to know, sir, can you describe your experience with software development, including programming language and development framework? A lot of our participants will love to share in your experience. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tech Support. Answering the question, can I describe my experience with software development and programming languages?
Sup, sorry I'm late. I just bonked my head and fell down the stairs and had to walk my dog, but I'm here now. We're good.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yo, by the way, why is your name Muhammad?
That's my, it's not my name, it's my, I'm using, this is my friend's computer, so that.
Oh.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Now we can hear you now.
Okay. So answering the question, when I started off with in programming, of course, learning HTML and CSS, then getting into hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We got hear you. We got you now.
I don't think Lizzie is a real person. I think Lizzie needs to be removed.
Show me what. Are you Zoom trolling next to your mom?
I think Lizzie needs to be removed immediately. Lizzie is a Zoom bomber.
Robert,
I've never seen her here before.
Robert, are you Zoom trolling next to your mom? somebody ban them, please?
Yeah, I agree, Joe. I agree.
That guy get kicked.
Joe, I'm with you. We need to get these Zoom bombers out of here.
I know.
I think yeah. I think tech wizard is not real.
You shut the fuck up, nigger. He's Zoom trolling next to his mom. He's Zoom trolling next to his mom. iPhone, that's not in my ID. That's not in my IP, you nigger.
Hello.
Please give me the laws to start the meeting. Can we start the meeting now?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Hello, can anyone hear me? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Can we take out the participants on this call that ought not to be here? Can we identify them and take them out? And can we make the meeting invite more secure? Because I figured I joined this Zoom session without having to enter the key. So can we make it more secure?
Yeah, I've made it more secure. Thank you for that.
So if you need to reshare the invite, but with a key this time around, I would suggest you do that and you drop the invite on this group. But then you should find a secure way of sharing the key so that you only have authorized members joining. I don't know, maybe you could take note of those who are already on this call currently so that you know how to share the key and the invite so that you don't have unsolicited guests joining the session.
Yeah, thank you, Ajibola. I've actually worked on the bug and the person that wants to disturb the meeting. Thank you for that observation. But in case of next time, we are going to effectively work on this, that it will not happen, that it will be sent privately to everyone. Thank you once again for that observation.
Or maybe sharing it via email, so participants can receive emails and the key to join the session securely.
Yeah, thank you. We can continue now. Chidera, you have the floor.
Okay. Really sorry for all those stuff. Okay. Back to the question. Since what's my experience? Now, when we are talking about web development, full stack, and programming, it's not just about writing codes. From my experience, it's not just about writing codes. It's about solving a problem. Now, when I started off with HTML, CSS, then I went to PHP, then did PHP for some time before I migrated to JavaScript. I observed that when you're given a problem, no matter the programming language you are using, the most important thing there is, how do you solve your problem? How do you solve this problem to bring out results? Now, what programming languages are, they are just a way of communicating to the computer. They are just tools we use to communicate to the computer to do what we want them to do. And when you master a programming language, what you just did is you just mastered how to use that tool. But the most important thing there is that problem solving, the way you solve the problem, the effective way of solving that problem. That's the most important thing. Now, if you know how to write PHP as a programmer, you know how to write PHP very well. They give you a problem, you use PHP to do it and bring out a solution. When you want to change to another programming language based on maybe, okay, you want to change to this programming language because of some certain stuff it does, because of it is cost effective, because it runs faster, you get. Now, what you are doing is you are just learning the syntax of that programming language. It's not that you are learning programming from afresh. You're just learning the syntax, how to use that language to solve a problem. And you will notice that as a programmer in a certain language, when you are moving into another language, you see that the time it takes you to learn that language is actually very, very short compared to the first time you are learning, you are entering into programming. Let's say the first time you are introduced to programming, you use, let's say, a year to learn it. Use is life project. Why? Because you have, from your former language, you have already understood the concept of programming. You have understood this concept of solving problem. Now, what you are just doing is just you are using a different tool to solve this problem instead of the former one you are using. You get? So now, when it comes to framework, the same thing applies to frameworks. Like JavaScript have so many frameworks. They have React, have Next.js, have Vue, have Angular for front end. You get? And now people do debate what language, although there are scenarios where React is better than Angular. There is scenario where you prefer to use maybe Vue.js for this thing. Each framework have their own advantage, and these are things you consider when you are building a software. So let me not waste our time. Like, to answer this question, my what I say is my experience that I've gotten from all these languages and frameworks is that try to understand your core language. Like JavaScript is my core language. Try to understand your core language. Know how to use your core language. Then you can now migrate to any framework. It will be easier for you because all this stuff, they are just tools. Forget about what we call them programming, all these big names we are calling them. They are just tools we use to solve problems. You get? So that JavaScript that is your core language, you try and master it. It will be easier for you to use any framework to build whatever you are building. Because React is also JavaScript. It's just that the way they wrote it, the functionalities, and it is compiled to do some other things that you cannot just use your normal vanilla JavaScript to do. The same thing with PHP and Laravel. Laravel is just a framework for PHP that you just, Laravel makes it easier to build larger and scalable this. It doesn't mean that you cannot use PHP to do it. You can use PHP to do it, but Laravel is just that there have been some stuff that you need to do manually while writing PHP. They have been done for you in Laravel. Same thing with JavaScript. Some things that you need to do manually in the vanilla JavaScript, they are being handled in React and Next.js. That's why we also use something like Formic and all these form handling libraries to handle our authentication in our apps. You get, instead of you writing those authentication rules yourself and then missing out some things and forgetting out some things and leaving loopholes, they have been handled professionally. Or it doesn't mean that you cannot do them. So it's when you know your core language, when you understand your core language, that you can easily flow with this stuff. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chidera, for that wonderful insight. I believe most of us that would like to venture into web development would have gained one or two things as from what you just shared with us, the wonderful insight you shared with us. Now we have with us our another front-end developer with us in person of Emmanuel. Okay, before I continue, I can see one hand raised. Damilola, you have the floor. You have a question, and let me know who you are directing your question to. You have the floor, Damilola. Damilola, are you with us?
Damilola has an unusual video, if I get it correctly. Is that Damilola?
Remove Damilola.
Okay. Maybe the Damilola that I'm seeing a hand or his hand raised is an unusual Damilola. Now, Emmanuel Daiki. Emmanuel Edeki, you are with us.
Sorry, can you remove Damilola from this meeting?
Emmanuel, our tech guru, that's your name on this meeting link. Now, there's a question for us on the YouTube live, and I think the question is directed to Emmanuel Akintemi. The person says, my question for the UI UX guy, UI UX designer, how do you balance creating designs that are aesthetically captivating while ensuring accessibility and functionality for a diverse range of users? Akintemi Emmanuel, this question is directed to you. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Please confirm.
Sorry, do you get the question? I should repeat it myself.
Yeah, I would like you to repeat it one more time.
Okay. The comment says, it's live from our YouTube channel. It says, my question for the UI UX designer, how do you balance creating designs that are aesthetically captivating while ensuring accessibility and functionality for a diverse range of users? Is it more clear?
Okay, yes. Thank you very much.
All right, you have the floor, sir.
Okay. The first thing you need to understand with creating a functional design is you must make a very good research. Before you can create a design that can be diverse and that is still aesthetically, acceptable, You must make efficient research. Who are the people this design is meant for? What brand is requesting for this design? What is the target audience? For how long will this design be functional? If you had made enough research about the design, the second thing you need to do is work with a team. Most of my designs that are widespread now, I did not create them all alone because I cannot know everybody's, taste for aesthetics as a designer. Even my clients do not have all the, they are not all knowing. But if you have two, three different tech people that understand designs and the diversity of designs, by reaching out to them, giving them room to make comments, to make adjustments, what do they think about these designs? In fact, if you have someone that is of higher pedestal in the design field, it will be better because they have a wider range of understanding about UI UX. They understand the tools, they understand the principles of design. If you can reach out to them, they would provide a better understanding, and they will give you a wider range of experience with design. So my answer is in two phases. The first thing is research. Before you carry out any design, if you want it to be functional, if you want it to reach out to the target audience, you must carry out enough research. What kind of images should I use? What is the best size to use? What is the best layout to use for the design? After carrying out research, definitely you need to reach out to people that have more understanding or a wider range of the area of design that you are doing. After you have done those two things, then you can do other things like, okay, um you know, maybe reaching out to more designs in that field, because in every UI UX design somebody has done something related to that. So that is still part of research. So you need to reach out to see, okay, what has somebody done in this line? How was the person able, to conquer this aspect of the design? And also, if you can also, reach out to tech companies too that have such kind of products in display, get to know what they need, get to know the requirements of the design. Everything still boils down to research. I hope I've been able to answer the question. Thank you.
Yes, I believe the person with that question on our YouTube channel has gotten more insights to the question he asked. Now we have a question. Thank you, Emmanuel Akintemi, for that question, for that answer. It's very insightful. So back to our tech wizard, is the person of Emmanuel Daiki. Is a POS engineer, a laptop engineer, a front-end developer, and is certified. We are going to ask you the same question. We are going to ask you some question, Emmanuel, since the question as regards the development has been attended to by Chidera. So we are going to ask you a question as regards engineering. Now, there's the question here for you, that one of our that was sent to us. It said, how do you troubleshoot laptop connectivity issues, such as Wi-Fi or Ethernet problem? Because I believe the person understands that you are a laptop engineer. So, and I believe the person has been facing some challenges as regards troubleshooting laptop connectivity. And I believe the person is tired of taking his laptop on and on to an engineer. Maybe the person has been spending much on this. Maybe it has been happening concurrently. So as a tech wizard and also a laptop engineer, can you explain to us, can you give us insight on how this person can deal with this problem he or she is facing? Thank you, tech wizard.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Can we hear me? Hello, can we hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. So now, before I dive more into that, answering that question, now one thing you should understand very well is when you're talking about laptop connectivity issue. Now, the first thing that should come to your mind if you are facing such challenge, the first thing that should come to your mind is now you need to know the kind of system you are using because laptops varies, they differs. You get because these laptops are produced by different companies and all that. So in some laptops, now let's take laptop as a case study. So in some laptops, it has the network has a switch by the side. That's the first thing you do if you're having connectivity issue. So you check if your laptop is the one that has a switch. Most times, if you off that switch, sometimes you can off it unknowingly. You are not aware, just off it unknowingly. You might be facing that connectivity issue. So the first thing you should do is to quickly check if your laptop is the one that has that button. So that you can quickly turn it on. And when you do that, definitely the issue will be resolved. That is number one. Then number two, if you have done that and you discover that your laptop is not the one that has that particular button I'm talking about, the network button. Now, the next thing you should do, now you go into your system, you look for setting, then setting, there's a place we call network and network. So you go to that section of your system. Once you on your system, go to that section, and what you do now is you troubleshoot. I believe you know what troubleshooting. Troubleshooting means the process of finding faults. So troubleshooting is the process of finding faults. So you have to troubleshoot that system. You do it internally. So when you do that, the system will pop up the issue that is wrong with the particular laptop. So now, to resolve that, what you have to do now is this. Now, most times, you might not have the technical know-how to losing your system because most time the major cause of network issue, connectivity issue is the network card. If the network card is bad, that means that your system cannot, cannot be connected to the internet. So, but if you are using a particular system that has a button beside it, that means that you don't need to lose your system. You don't even need an engineer to help you out. You can do that yourself. Just switch on the button and fine, everything will be working very well. But if yours is not the one that has that button, what you just have to do is if you have the technical know-how of how to locate where your network, your network card is of the system. So if the network card is bad, definitely the system will not work. That is number one. Then for some persons, like I have experience with some clients such that I have some clients that don't want you to even lose their laptop. So if you feel that you don't want to lose your laptop, you can get an external network card. And we have an external network card, you can get it, just slot it into your USB cable and you begin to use your system back. So because we have the internal one, the one in the system, if that one is bad and you don't want to fix that internal one, you can just quickly get an external network card, which will be fixed to your USB stuff, and then you are good to go. Your network connectivity issue will be resolved with that. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. Thank you, our powerful engineer. I think the person that has this challenge, I believe if he's on this call or is on our YouTube live, or probably he get hold of the YouTube live link, is going to, when he listening to this, he's going to practice this. Moreover, I need to appreciate you for that, because as a laptop engineer, we face different challenges. In fact, the same problem for some other computer system might not be the same solution. Two or three systems that has the same brand, the same problem, but they are different brands, might be experiencing the same problem, but the solution might be different. There are some laptops that comes with the switch. There are also some laptops that doesn't come with switch, that you have to press probably F9 button. Some are even the F12. Some are F10. Some you have to press the Fn button and the F9 button before you can resolve that. Some you have to go and do network resets before you can solve that connectivity issue. So I believe if the person try one of these solutions as given by our tech wizard, I believe we'll be able to solve the problem. Now, for our phone engineer, the person of Victor, I believe you are on this call. Good evening, sir. Onilia, okay. Can you hear us, sir? Okay, I don't think he's on this call. I saw him some minutes ago. I believe he is, when he comes back, we will give him, we are going to read the question we have for him. Okay, I can see. Okay, you are on this call. Thank you. Okay, now this is the question for you, sir. I said, how do you optimize smartphone performance for resource-intensive tasks? In fact, I will love to add this question alongside. When we want to buy a phone, what should we be looking out for? Because I understand that a lot of us will just go to the market, we just say, okay, we want to buy a phone, yet we don't know the type of phone we want to buy. Then when we begin to have problem, like the phone is getting slow, it's getting hot, or it's not lasting, then we begin to complain. We begin to swear for the manufacturer of the phone. So the question we have for you is, how do you optimize smartphone performance for resource-intensive tasks? The floor is yours, Mr. Onilearo Victor. Sorry, I don't know if you are speaking, Mr. Victor. We can't hear you. Okay. Mr. Victor, are you still on this call?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. Please, I couldn't hear that question, but can you ask the question again?
Okay, now the question goes thus. He said, how do you optimize smartphone performance for resource-intensive tasks? And also, another question that we'd like you to answer is, while we are buying phone, what should we look out to? When we go to the market, we want to buy phone, what should we be considering in buying a smartphone, so we don't have the issue of complaining that, oh, this phone gets hot easily, the charger is not working, this and that. So please, can you attend to that question, sir?
Okay, I can get it. Okay, thank you very much. I will start from the last question, which is what do we look for when you want to get a smartphone? I can answer this question by saying it depends on what you are to make use the phone for. There are people that like to play games, people that it depends on the thing you are trying to use the phone for, that will depend the kind of phone you go for. Mostly when you want to get a phone like that, you have to go for the gig, because I need the gig of the RAM and the space of the phone, which is the RAM. The RAM is the storage device. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay.
Well, can you be please more audible?
Okay. Is the storage device that the processing, the working of the phone is pleasant. So anytime you are working on the phone, anytime you are running any program, it runs on the RAM. So anytime you are looking for a phone to buy it, you are trying to run a lot of things on it, you have to look at for the RAM. The higher the RAM, the higher the RAM, the faster the processor will be, and everything will work fine. And also,
sir, we can't hear you very well, sir. A lot of people, a lot of us are complaining.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Can you be a little bit better?
Okay, can you hear me now?
It's better now, sir.
Okay. Can I start again or continue?
Can you please start again?
Okay. Okay. I said I will start from the last question, which says, what are the things you look for before getting a phone or any smart devices? The first thing you have to look for is the storage device, the RAM of the phone, because everything you are running on the phone works on the RAM. So the higher the RAM, the faster the phone will be, or any smart device you are working on. So the storage too. We have to look out for the storage. The higher the storage too, it also allow the phone to take a lot of it. And also some phone runs the core of the phone. Our system also phone also has core. I mean the place of the processor. But mostly the end user doesn't know this. But as an engineer, we also have to look out for the core of the phone. There's a phone on dual core. Those phones work at a high speed. So mostly to ensure the high efficiency of the phone, the higher the RAM, the higher the efficiency. So that's it. Or the first one, which is what? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, for the first one, what do you say?
Okay, on the first one, can you try to remind me the question, please?
Okay, I should repeat the question.
Yes.
Okay, now the question goes thus. It says, how do you optimize smartphone performance for resource-intensive tasks?
Okay. Some phones nowadays now, before cell phone only come with a what they call a physical RAM, but now we have a virtual RAM. This virtual RAM is like taking from your RAM storage and joining into your or personal RAM. I would physical one. For example, there's one phone now that come with 4 gigs, and you can add another additional gig from the RAM side, and you can do this through if I could run through the process now, I would like to teach people on here. You can go to the settings. If you are using Samsung or Redmi, you can go to the device device care, then you see RAM here, then you see additional RAM. So you can add a virtual RAM to it. So through doing this, it will increase the efficiency of the phone and it will allow you to run on any higher thing you are trying to do. I think the first question and the second question look a bit similar. So and also there are booster. There are like third-party booster, like third-party app booster. You can install your phone to allow it to work on a high efficiency. I could remember one name of a booster now. There is fixed booster. It's called fixed booster. Actually, it's usually used by gamers. And you're running a game on your phone and it's dragging like it's dragging or lagging. You can install this booster on your phone and it will increase the efficiency of the phone. There are some phones now with used to do design. So by adding this external, you can search online and ask for any kind of a booster and install them on the phone. It will also increase the efficiency apart from increasing the virtual RAM on your phone. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for that insight on how to do our phone survey. I believe a lot of us would have learned one or two things. Now, thank you so much to all our tech experts that was here. In fact, there's a lot of questions that was sent to us. But because of our time, I would love to keep to time. I would like to say we'll be organizing another section like this, that we have a lot of time for the tech expert to also be on ground, and we'll also be attending to a lot of questions, even more than today's section. Now, I want to thank all our sponsors, from German Technology to Proving Up, to Divine Graphic, to Emitech, and every of our sponsors that have sponsored us for today's event. Now, I also want to appreciate once again all our attendees. You are here, you are wonderful. I also want to appreciate all our tech experts that out of their busy schedule, they were here to give us an insight on different questions. So once again, we're happy you learned one or two things from today's section. I will believe another section like this will be more powerful than this. Thank you once again. Thank you, everyone. Every data as sent by our sponsor will be distributed accordingly to the first 20 people we saw on this call. Now it will be distributed to us all because our sponsors has given us the data and we must distribute it to you all. So thank you for being part of this event.
Is it? You don't win. I don't talk about. You're not supposed to be trying to. Oh, God, okay, I just want to me. You don't mean that. Don't do about Don't you start by saying, look, you they make noise.